Hey, welcome to Pokemon Go Ahead. It's your boy Cheeklay, and this weekend is Global Go Fest. Now, for those of you guys that went to New York last weekend for Go Fest, I hope you guys had a great time. I heard it was better than last year. I went last year, which was a blast. So a lot of you guys probably went to New York and had a bigger blast. So I hope you guys had a great time. But now it's time to shift gears for doing the Global Go Fest. There's a lot of bonuses and a lot of features and a lot that we need to cover, and then we're going to share some announcements at the end of the video. So be sure to subscribe, hit the bell, and let me know in the comments below, where are you playing Global Go Fest this year? We're going to be playing in Reno all weekend long, so if you're in Reno, I hope to see you guys there. So without further ado, let's dive in to the details. Global Go Fest will be on July 13th through the 14th on both days at 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. local time. You can also play this event for free if you like, but note to self, if you buy a $15 ticket, you're going to be experiencing the full ride of Global Go Fest. Make sure you guys go into the shop in the app if you want to get tickets. You can also go onto PokemonGoLive.com to look up the Go Fest page for more details on how to get tickets. But yes, you can definitely get a ticket now when you're watching this video if you decide by the last second, I want to buy a ticket. If you do get a ticket, these are the bonuses you're going to be getting. Ticket holders will have an increased chance of encountering shiny Pokemon. Also, you get up to 6 special traits, making a grand total of 12. You get collection challenges for different rotational habitats, so on Saturday, catch as many Pokemon as you can and complete those collection challenges. You get up to 9 free rate passes for spinning photo disc at gyms, making a grand total of 18 for the full weekend. You get special 7-kilometer eggs, although we are unsure of what's going to be hatched in those eggs, so that'll be to be determined. And finally, 2 times friendship for bonus damage in raids. And we'll talk about raids in a little bit. Now, those are bonuses if you bought a ticket, but don't worry, you still get to enjoy some bonuses if you're not a ticket holder. So everybody gets to enjoy the following bonuses. All players, ticket holders or not, will have 0 limit on the remote raid passes from July 12th through the 14th. So you can do some early invites from friends around the world before your event starts wherever you're at, or maybe vice versa. 1 hour lure module duration, although I don't think it qualifies for the golden lure module, it will be for 30 minutes. You'll research themes around different Pokemon habitats, and then finally you also get some snapshot encounters with a certain Pokemon. We don't know what that is. It could be Pikachu with the costume. People are saying Rotom. As much as I want it to be Rotom, I doubt it's going to be Rotom. All ticket holders will receive the following features, such as a special research where you can get an encounter with Marshadow. Ticket holders will also get a chance to get Espeon and Umbreon with scarves from Incense. If you have an Incense, you'll be attracting these exclusive costume Pokemon. They were in the wild during in-person locations, so the fact that ticket holders globally can get a chance to get those outside of 3-star raids is a big plus. So if you're shiny hunting for those costumes, get those incense poppin'. This was recently been announced. This is for party play and routes. So grab your friends. The new party play challenges exclusive to Pokemon Go Fest will be available to ticket holding trainers. Work together with friends to earn encounters with Pikachu wearing a sun and or moon crown Pikachu. In addition, trainers will walk routes during Go Fest Global and will be able to encounter Pokemon such as Ducklet, Emolga, and Crab Brawler more frequently. So that gives you guys an increased chance of getting one of those 3, or all those 3, as shinies. Not to mention that there are some new shinies that are being featured in 5-star raids for Ultra Beast and the 3 that we mentioned, but the brand new shiny that will be debuting is shiny Jangmo-o. And this is the one I'm going to be shiny hunting for the most. Speaking of shiny hunting, let's talk about the spawns. Saturday, they have these rotational habitat hours that are going to recycle twice throughout the day. And then on Sunday, all the spawns that we're going to be listing are going to be spawning the entire day, no matter where you're at. So let's talk about Saturday first, so we kind of get an idea what spawns we're looking at. Starting off with the Dawn Meadow Habitats. I'm assuming that this is going to be the first one wherever you're at from 10 a.m. to 11, and then again from 2 to 3. But let's go over the list. We have Pidgey, Pikachu with the Sun Crown, Hoothoot, Hoppip, Giraffrig, Wingull, Snivy, Cottonee, Ducklet, Ferroseed, Axew, Galarian Stunfisk, Heatmore, and Inkay. Obviously, the brand new shiny in this habitat is shiny Ducklet, so if you didn't get it during the Aquatic Paradise event, this is your chance to get it. I would also suggest going for shiny Giraffrig because in the future, we may get Farigiraf. So if you have a shiny, you're guaranteed to evolve it into that. Then I would say Pikachu because the Sun Crown is an exclusive costume and it may never return in the game. And then I would say Pidgey because that is an XP farm Pokemon, meaning that you can get a lot of candy for a Pidgey and then save up those Pidgey for like evolution bonus events like Spotlight Hours for like 2x XP evolution, and then you can just evolve it. And then I would say Ferroseed for those that got screwed over during Ferroseed Incense back in May. I would say Heatmor because it's a regional. The second habitat is called Shining Day. So the spawns will include Charmander, Dratini, Sunkerns, Dunsparce, Hisuian Sneasel, Roselia, Solrock, Helioptile, Tyrant, Dedenne, Young Goose, Fomantis, and Jangmo-o. Obviously, Jangmo-o should be the #1 Pokemon that you should be shiny hunting during that habitat hour, which I believe it's from 11 a.m. to 12, and then again from 3 to 4 if we're following the pattern of the day cycle. I would say Dunsparce. It's a random pick, but think about it. In the future, Dunsparce could evolve into the Dunsparce in Pokemon GO, so if you get a shiny, you're guaranteed to get the shiny Dunsparce. I would say Charmander because Charizard is an overall great fire type no matter which one you make it evolve into, and it's also great in PvP. I would probably say Dedenne, Helioptile, and Tyrant, and Hisuian Sneasel because those Pokemon in general are just rare shinies, especially if you're not doing in-person events or anything, so I would probably go after those Pokemon. The third habitat is called the Creeping Dusk habitat, and the Pokemon in that habitat will include the Mooncrown Pikachu, Eevee, Spinarak, Volbeat, Illumise, Gible, Venipede, Emolga, Litwick, Golett, Durant, Esper, Phantom, and Grubman. Obviously, the #1 Pokemon that you should shiny hunt for is Emolga, since that is the brand new shiny for everybody globally. I would also say Volbeat and Illumise, since both those Pokemon, including Durant, it's a regional exclusive, so depending on where you are around the world, if you don't have these regionals, this would be a great chance to go after them and shiny hunt for them as well. The Mooncrown Pikachu is obviously an exclusive Pokemon, and this costume may never return to the game, so it's really crucial that you shiny hunt for that one. I would say Gible because Mega Garchomp is one of the best Megas in the game. I would say Golett because it is a rare shiny, also Phantom because it's exclusive during Halloween time, so that's another shiny you should definitely go after. And I would say probably Esper because it has 2 genders that are different forms, and then you can just try to shiny hunt to complete the shiny family if that is what you truly desire. And the last one is called the Darkest Night habitat, and the spawns are going to include Alola Rattata, Gligar, Sneasel, Teddiursa, Mudkip, Carvanha, Lunatone, Dino, Binacle, Amora, Carbink, Crabrawler, and Morlul. The #1 shiny that you're going to want to hunt during that habitat is Crabrawler since it's a brand new shiny. In addition, I would definitely go after Lunatone because it is Cruise Ship's favorite shiny, so make sure that you tag him in everything on Twitter just to annoy him. I would say Amora because that's also a rare shiny. It's normally in like Adventure Week events. So if you didn't get a shiny Amora during those Adventure Week events, this would be a great chance to go after it. Dino because Hydreigon is one of the top dark type attackers, so getting the best Dino is going to be your best bet. Mudkip because Mega Swampert is one of the best water ground type Megas. Maybe Teddiursa because of Ursaluna, although the evolution process is kind of complicated. You're going to have to wait till a physical full moon. And then on Sunday, alongside with all those Pokemon spawning whenever, I believe that it's going to be Incense exclusive on Sunday. But I think you could also drop Incense on Saturday as well. But just drop it on both days just in case. But if you're not getting anything on Saturday, you should at least be getting something on Sunday, which will include unknown encounters. And this is specifically if you're a ticket holder. So if you are a ticket holder and you drop an Incense, you'll be getting unknowns ADGHINTNY, that spells day and night. Like we mentioned earlier about Umbreon and Espeon with the costumes, those are going to be exclusive in Incense. And then finally, you have Incense encounters during certain habitat hours. So I believe this does associate on Saturday because on Saturday, the Dawn Meadow habitat will feature Maractus, Shining Day will feature Corsola, Creeping Dusk will feature Rockruff, and the Darkest Night will feature Volipede. Let's talk about each one at a time. Starting off with Maractus. This is exclusive in the Central America and Southern America region. You also have Corsola that is a regional exclusive in the tropical regions in a specific longitude, latitude in the equator around the world, like Hawaii. I want to talk about Rockruff in more in depth. I highly doubt this is going to be a thing that Niantic's going to do, and I don't want to say this to get everybody's expectations too high, but the habitat is called Creeping Dusk. Rockruff has a specific evolution that evolves during dusk. And we had a very rare shiny released earlier this year in the form of the Dusk form Lycanroc. And the way how you get that specific shiny is to make sure you have a Rockruff that is exclusively a Dusk form. That means that it only evolves during dusk. And the fact that it was in raids and in research and in eggs was so difficult to get the shiny alone, and it was actually hard alone to get the Dusk form. So my question is, just to think outside the box, will we get a chance to get a Dusk form Rockruff from Incense during this weekend? That'd be kind of cool if it was shiny on top of that, but again, I don't want to raise expectations, but that's something to kind of have a mind that's open. Then finally, Volipede for Darkest Night, 12-kilometer egg exclusive. So it's really great to see it in the wild. And now for the raids. In 1-star raids, you're going to have Pikachu with the Sun and Moon Tiaras and Jangmo-o. In 3-star raids, you can have Espeon and Umbreon. So if you're not ticket holders and you don't get the Incense Encounters, at least they're in 3-star raids. So again, remote raid limit is no thing this weekend, so you can raid as much as you want to get the exclusive costumes. And then in 5-star raids, we have a lot of Ultra Beasts, and most of them making their global shiny debut. So we have Nihilego, Buzzwole, Pheromosa, Xurkitree, Celesteela, Kartana, Guzzlord, Necrozma, Stakateka, and Blacephalon. So which ones should you go after? Arguably, Necrozma is the #1 Pokemon you should go after. Not only that it's brand new for everybody, but it does have the fusion method where you have a Solgaleo or Lunala or both, and then you could just fuse it with those Pokemon. But we're going to talk more about that because there's something fun happening on Sunday. Buzzwole, Pheromosa, and Xurkitree are all brand new shinies. Xurkitree was debuting in Sendai Go Fest. Pheromosa was debuting during Madrid Go Fest. And the shiny form of Buzzwole was recently featured during New York Go Fest. So if you don't have those shinies, those are the ones you're going to go after. I personally need to go for shiny Celesteela as well because I got shiny Kartana when it came out, but I did not get the shiny Celesteela, so that's going to be kind of like a little bit of redemption for me. Now, I would assume that 1-star raids and 3-star raids are going to stay the exact same thing on Sunday. I don't know if the other 5-star raid bosses are going to be featured on Sunday, but we know that there are 2 main 5-star raid bosses that you're going to want to go after, and that is Dusk main and Dawnwing form Necrozma. In in-person locations, people would get fusion energy from special research. But for global players, these 2 forms are going to be making their debut in 5-star raids globally. And the only way how you can get fusion energy, whether it's solar or lunar, it depends on the raid boss you're facing after. And then you take them down, and then you have an encounter with Necrozma at the end. And then I think you have a chance of getting the shiny, but I also think you get some Cosmog candy and Necrozma candy, because you need fusion energy, Cosmog energy, and Necrozma energy to form one or both of the fusions. If you guys want to like this video, if we get at least maybe 50 likes, I will definitely do a raid guide for both Dawnwing and Dusk main, so then on Sunday, you guys are prepared. Now let's talk about some tips and advice. How should you be ready for Global Go Fest? Number 1, you need to make sure your phone and all of your devices like your Go++ or maybe an auto catcher of choice are either having their batteries changed or fully charged. You should also make sure that your battery packs are charged and you have your USB cord for your phones. And then if you have something to cool your phone off, that would be great because it is during the summer. It's going to be very, very hot. And I'm imagining that it's going to be extremely hot in Reno. Make sure you guys have full power and make sure that you try to keep your phones really cool because it's going to overheat throughout the entire day. I would also just make sure that when you are in the game, make sure you check up on your Pokemon and item storage. So if you max out the amount of storage for each, you'll have at least 7,800 for Pokemon and 6,800 for items. Just transfer all the Pokemon that you do not necessarily need. I would probably recommend at least like a room for at least 2,000 to 3,000. I have 4,074 out of like 7,800, so I'm 100% set to go. And if I want to do some last minute maintenance, that'd be great. Now when it comes to items, not only that you got to make sure you have the storage, but you also got to make sure that you're stacked up on the required items you're going to need. If you're going to be raiding a lot, make sure you have a certain amount of hyper potions, max revives, etc. Like the exclusive items. Make sure you have at least 100 each at hand. Probably 50 for the max revive and max potion, but for hyper and revives, definitely 100. Obviously, it's Pokemon Go. You're going to be catching a lot, so you need a lot of Pokeballs. I have over 2,000. I'm almost at 3,000. And then just make sure you have at least 500 to 1,000 Ultra Balls. And then just try to get as many Great Balls as you can. I would probably say 500 for those as well, because you want to get those rare spawns or that shiny so they don't run away. For berries, I would probably say no more than 100 to start. The reason why I'm just listing out 100 because that's a good general number. And also that's a great way to control your storage because you're going to be spinning a lot of Pokestops in an area and that's going to give you more items. So make sure that you have a certain amount of items in your storage so then that way you could spin. So then you're not like, item bag is full. And then I personally have 32 star pieces and 32 lucky eggs. The reason is because mathematically, each of these items are activated for 30 minutes each time. And the event is going to be 8 hours per day. So by doing the math, that's 16 star pieces and 16 lucky eggs that you're using each day. So 16 times 2 is 32. That way you can get some XP and Stardust when you're catching Pokemon, hatching eggs, and doing raid battles. And then I would stack up on Incense. I would probably say maybe just get like at least 16 because that's like 1 hour per use. And then on top of that, you're using 8 per day. So at least have 16 Incense so you can get those exclusive spawns, especially if you're a ticket holder. And then I just left some room to make sure I have some premium raid passes, and you're gonna get some for free, but it doesn't hurt to have some extra. And again, there is no limit for remote raids, so make sure you have some Pokecoins. You guys can decide what your budget's gonna be. I would probably say maybe spend no more than $20 on Pokecoins, because then you can just try to stack up on those remote raid passes when you're doing those raid bosses. Then when it comes to actually physically being there, obviously stay hydrated, so make sure you have a water pack or a water bottle, maybe something that could be refillable. And then I would probably recommend just a couple of snacks. Wear a hat, wear some sunscreen, sunglasses, make sure you wear some appropriate attire, so like athletic wear that's very lightweight. And then depending on where you're at, bug spray for sure. If it's most likely gonna rain in your community, just carry a little umbrella, because then you don't want to get your device wet when you're playing the game. And now to wrap up this video, we do have some announcements. Like I said earlier, we are going to be at Idlewild Park in Reno. We might also swing by to San Rafael here and there, and mostly downtown Reno. So if you guys are there during the weekend, I hope to see you guys there. In addition, if we're lucky friends, I hope we can arrange some lucky trades, because again, there are 6 special trades per day during this weekend event. So that's a total of 12. So all my Reno players that are lucky friends with your boy Cheeklay, make sure to communicate and we'll definitely meet up to do some lucky trades. In addition, I have announced on Discord and Facebook that we're doing a Golden Lure module party. And I've decided that we are going to meet up together on Saturday after 6 o'clock. So that's going to be after the event. And we're going to be at Idlewild Park for the great Golden Lure module party. So you don't have to have a Golden Lure, but if you have a Golden Lure, that would be really awesome. I have a Golden Lure too. We'll drop them all out. We'll just spend some time, 30 minutes, just chatting, just kind of comparing shinies, maybe a couple trades, and then that's it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time that we have for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you guys in Reno next weekend for Go Fest. Peace out. Bye!